Hello and welcome back to our Advent readings as we journey all together to the manger. And I really hope that these messages, these short and brief messages, have brought some clarity and hope and peace in your life. If nothing else, to slow down if only for 4 or 5 minutes. Today we will journey back into the New Testament in our reading. We're going to go back into the book of Luke, and it's a beautiful reading. It's Luke 2, verses 4 through 7. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and the line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger because there was no guest room available for them. May the Lord add his blessings to these holy words. What an adventure that must have been. You know, some of you, when I read this, sometimes I came back and I thought of an old movie, and some of you may have seen it, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And there's a point in there where this young girl, and she actually ends up turning purple, I think, but this young girl sings a song, and the song is about, I want it now. I want a ball, I want a party, pink macaroons and 1,000,000 balloons, and performing baboons. I want it, and give it to me now. In many ways, folks, we live in that instant gratification world today. The very one that when I watched it as a parent, it's like, oh my gosh, spoiled. But in many ways, we're there today. If we want something, we simply go out and we get it. And if money's not available, that's not a problem. We can get a charge card so we can get what we demand today. And then today, even more so than it has been, but with COVID-19, many people are not going out to the stores. But we can order items online, and the very next day they arrive on our doorsteps. Heck, even banking is at our fingertips now. Overnight delivery is a must, and it's right there. Instant gratification. I want it now. You know, thank God. See, I think God knew this was coming, and thank God that having a baby is not one of those instant gratification moments for most people. Regardless of how bad we might want a child, it usually takes about 9 months. I would imagine there are many stories about when the baby decided to come and the circumstances that was happening around them. Not the ideal time, but we have no control over that. Mary, I would have imagined, would not have picked the stalls of Bethlehem to be the ideal moment to have a baby. However, it's not her decision, was it? It was in God's timing and God's planning. That's how he created us. 9 months. For some, waiting for the Christ child to return is much like the people were waiting in the Old Testament readings. They were waiting for the Messiah to come. Earlier in these devotions, we read about Simeon, who he waited. He knew that God would provide. But we are there now waiting for the Messiah to come again. And oftentimes we are patient. And we often try to make our own timeline when this will happen. But our Advent journey reminds us that we need to trust God. We need to be at peace knowing that his timing of events are scheduled perfectly. There's a reason it takes so long to have a child, I believe. It's to prepare us, hopefully. This time period as we wait and we journey together, may we prepare for the coming of the baby. just like he did with our own babies. May we be ready. May we be at peace with God's timing. But we don't stop crying out, oh come, Emmanuel. For we know God is with us, and we want him again. God bless you all, and amen.